I was kind of hoping that turtle shells could get a bit of a buff. Um, maybe just
Hi
because I
guys,
think
back to
it's
the
10
video. In this
seconds of
video,
water breathing they grant, an additional 10 seconds. If they buff to like 30, I feel like that'd be good. Um, and that was my immediate thought, just going hand in hand with the turtle shells and the nautiluses. And I definitely think it'll encourage people to actually get conduits, as it'll be easier to develop underwater. Maybe just
Mm.
hi
because
guys,
I think
back to
it's
the
10
video. In
seconds. I
this
think it'll be a cool
video,
combination. And then obviously we have tridents and all the current ocean they buff to like content that there is. I feel like so that'd be good. I'm looking forward to it all. And that like I said, hopefully potential turtle shell buff. Turtle shells,
Actually,
nautiluses,
Jack, someone
and I definitely
in
think
the
it'll
chat brings
encourage
up a good
people to
point.
actually get
What
conduits.
about the doors and the beds? Like the other method, the really lame method. Like we can say it's lame, right? In
I
Java, you can
I
use
I agree.
doors.
Get rid of them. Like I don't understand why Java. I think we said this. I think I said this in the when I was with Greg in my episodes. I don't understand why Java has got barely any waterloggable stuff compared to Bedrock. Like you guys can waterlog repeaters,
Mm.
comparators. I can't name them all, but doors and beds. Yeah, I agree. You shouldn't be able to use them underwater. 100%. You're right.
You did mention
Also,
that, Jack.
I think a good with water breathing, I'd say the biggest issue is that potions don't stack. I think if they stacked, water breathing would be a lot more viable because again, you're not rushing. Like, say you've got like one
Hello,
potion in your
chat.
hotbar and you suddenly run out, but for whatever reason you're taking a long time to get it back into your hotbar. That wouldn't happen if you could stack them to like 16 or something like that. So I think stacking potions could
Mm-hmm.
make water breathing a little bit at the very most. I wouldn't say it's like make them broken, right? But it's going to make it a lot more like it's easy, I guess. Not in the bad sense. The things that are easy in the game don't necessarily mean it's bad, right? Just ease of use, I think potions should be made stackable. But
Yeah, I agree. I think they should be too. But I don't understand the parity between the waterloggable items between Bedrock and Java myself. Um, but so you guys, does the
Hello.
turtle helmet? I do have a question.
Hello.
Um,
Good.
how many of you? How long? I have not found a turtle scoop ever. And I've almost
I
been in my
haven't
world for
either.
3 years, and
I
I've
have.
seen a lot of
I hardly
turtles.
play
I see a
survival.
lot of
I
baby ones,
hardly
but are
play
these relatively
survival.
rare and hard to make?
they're
Yeah,
not
yeah,
rare, but they're hard. They're
yeah.
tedious.
Yeah. Michael's got it on the money. They're not rare at all, but the effort to actually growing up a turtle is just in proportionately difficult to the reward you get.
Gotcha.
On turtle helmets, by the way, there's a villager trade that you can trade scoots for. What is it? I can tell you right now. Like scoots for emeralds. Why?
Yeah,
And
the
there's just no
cleric.
reason to. It should be the other way around, I think. It's just all
The
you got to
emeralds are
do is
sick,
just
yeah.
you either got to wait for it to grow up, which is going to take you 20 minutes, or just speed up the process. So, I mean, yes, it's not that. It's not hard, right? It's just like, really? Like,
Four turtle scoots give you one emerald. But like, why would you do that when you could just half a stack of sticks give you an emerald, and that takes you
yeah.
about 5 minutes.
And like
That is very true.
as it stands, the villager like half price kind of discount that they do. It's like what, three scoots, I think. Like it's barely a dent in how much you're giving away. I don't know. Like
By the way, guys, we're reacting to
they
Mike.
should
We're
make it. They
reacting
should buff the
to
turtle helmet for sure. They've got. I think
Yeah, agree.
Round News. Round
they've
Because
News
it's
is
they've
pretty
Round
much
Table.
useless now, right? I
This is the
mean, like
Round
we were
Table.
talking about it with the Nautilus, who the heck would ever make one?
Check the
Yeah.
it's in
description,
trouble.
guys.
I
Check the
think it's in trouble
description.
of being like completely. I've got one. I just don't use it. Right.
Has
Make
this
sure you
happened
check the
before with
description.
Mojang, an item becoming totally invalid?
Yeah, I can't think of an example, but
I'm
The
sure. I'm sure it
compass
has.
and in Deep Dark Cities is completely invalid for half, not half the player base, but a player base that is playing very specific game mode can't use the item because it relies on you dying.
What's that?
There's no point.
Sorry?
the recovery
The
compass.
Oh,
recovery compass, yeah.
oh, I forget all
Yeah,
about
yeah,
that.
yeah.
I've never even made one or got one.
You
Um,
need two, ideally, right? You ideally need to, which is going to take you a long time to get. And when you have coordinates on your screen at all times on Bedrock, and Java gives you way too much detail, you don't need a compass to tell you where you died.
Yeah.
But
True. So what do they do with those useless items? Do they remove them? That's pretty rare when they remove something, isn't it?
They
just
hardly
kind of
ever do. They hardly.
just
No,
left to
got after
die.
you.
Sorry. They're just kind of left to die, you know? Like until they're like, right, guys, we've got nothing else to do. What can we do now? Okay, let's give Rotten Flash a use. You know, like it's not like this is the issue of Mojang is that these forgotten items aren't like an urgency. They'd rather flood the inventory with new items that have good uses. But what about the items that have been in the game for 5, 10, longer years and haven't had a significant use? Like with the zombie horses in the game now, make it tameable with Rotten Flesh. That would be an insane buff to Rotten Flesh. But they just kind of sit there, right? They just like the dead items just sit there and wait to hopefully get a buff someday. But sometimes that buff never comes.
That's a great
It
point.
depends.
I never thought about it. I mean, I do. I get sick of picking up raw flesh. I really do.
Yeah,
I wish we did have some more stuff to. That'd be cool if we could make some rotten flesh leather armor.
that'd be pretty sick. Yeah.
I think so.
But sorry, Jack. I interrupted you, Jack. What were you going to say?
Oh no, I was gonna say there is just so many different items that could be given the copper treatment. I feel like this time last year, actually it would be over a year ago, pre 1.21. We were all begging for copper to be given. You know that it was on life support pretty much. But now we're at a point where like I'm very happy with where copper is. I feel like you could do that with so many different items. Glowstone dust is one. I remember when 1.18 introduced the glow squid, and I know you had to give it a use, but in my opinion, you should be able to breed glow squid with glowstone dust. You know, there's a law there, and I don't understand why you had to have this new ink sac to do the glowing signs when glowstone dust was right there. You know. There's so many different things. Armadillo skew, you know, that I feel like that's gonna become a turtle skew in the future because once you have dog armor, I have an armadillo farm in my world, and like it is always backlogged because you don't ever make an armadillo farm. It's worthless. Just get one armadillo. I've got like 100 in this like crammed little box, just showing skewts, the poor little things. But yeah.
I just think basically they should just add in more uses for armadillos, scoots, like maybe more armor, maybe weapons. I don't know.
Features. And I know from an advertising perspective, Microsoft will never allow Mojang to do that. But you know, why not? Why can't we just go back and look at old features and subsequently improve them and make them a little bit more immersive? I'd say.
No, I love that statement. Next, do you have anything to add to that?
No, sir.
Okay. No, I wanted to, we're still on the Nautilus. I do have a few questions on the Nautilus here still. I wanted to ask you guys your sentiments on the armor that we can implement onto the Nautilus. And personally, I think it's simply cool. I didn't even think that was going to be a thing when they first presented the Nautilus to us. And then when they showed us that you can armor it, I was like, oh, that makes perfect sense. And that's so cool that goes right around the shell. What do you guys think? And next, I'll start with you on this one.
I think the armor's sweet. I think it adds like variety right away to the shell, which is I think is probably a big thing. If there was a shell mobbed, you would want different variants for the shell. So having that right away is cool, and it's great that we're, you know, fleshing out copper and then turning around next drop. Hey, here's 2 more copper uses, so that's cool.
Yeah.
But netherite Nautilus armor is crazy. Before horse
Insane.
armor is so
Insane.
annoying.
Hello,
But
Factual Wizard.
I think because
Hi,
they just added
Factual
copper horse
Wizard.
armor, and we're
How are you doing,
Yeah.
Factual
upset
Wizard?
that we're 100% getting.
How's the
rid of
volume?
from
How's the
that,
volume,
which
chat? How's the volume?
if
Yeah,
we
what do you
don't
guys
get it,
think about that
cities
parity
cities will
issue?
burn.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me, chat?
Do you
And
think
I
they'll
think-
give us the
also them
the
talking?
netherite horse armor?
So, okay, so on Neverite Horse Armor, if they didn't add zombies with spears, I
Can
wouldn't
you
care.
hear them, chat, and
But
me? Can you
the
hear both of
zombies with
us?
spears could do major damage to your horse with diamond armor. Like we've seen it, right?
Yeah.
So I think they have to. I'm not going to like complain if they
Can you
don't,
hear
but
both of
I
us?
think
Can you
it's
hear
like it's
both
kind
of
of like
us?
it's a weird thing. It's like, well, why not? Like, it kind of makes sense. I'm not asking for like it's not like we want armadillo Neverite armor, right? But like it depends because like how do you craft it? Like what is the way to go about it? And it's like this whole other thing because the shell armor for
If
Nautilus
you check the
is in
description,
chests.
you can click and you
So
can go to this live
what
talk
is the
chat
Netherite
now
horse
if
armor going
you
to be
want
like Nether
to.
fortresses, or are you gonna
Hmm.
like
I
craft
think it
it
would be
with stitching gems?
bastions. Yeah,
Maybe.
what do you guys think? Would we upgrade the diamond nautilus and horse armor to
Yeah, I
netherite, or
You'd
would
mean,
have
we
to.
just
you
find
You'd
can't
have to. There's no way.
craft netherite armor with ingots, can you? So I feel like they would do that.
Yeah.
What, like with a template?
Yeah, yeah.
Mm.
I think that's
Yeah.
what I read online. Is like a smithing template or something like that. But I don't think they have
I
that
would
worked out yet.
I would be surprised if we didn't get horse armor, netherite horse armor now. I'd be so surprised.
I would too if they gave it to the Nautilus. It would make sense to give it to the horse, right?
right?
Yeah,
My thing is like,
this
oh, sorry, go
go
ahead.
on next. I would just say I think if there ever was a time, and this is really stretching it, horse armor trims. If there ever was a time, this would be the time. I know it
True,
might not
yeah.
happen. It's just
Yeah.
like a wish of mine. I'd love to be able to like, there's a couple of structures that don't have
This is called Mounts of Mayhem drop, so it is possible. It is possible.
need for them anymore. If you can craft
Mm.
saddles, why don't you give them a horse armor trim, for example, something like that?
Mm.
Any thoughts on that?
I think that's
Yeah, I
fine.
think
Horse
this is
armor
a
trim
good
would be sweet.
opportunity. Yeah, they could. I mean, it's difficult. I think you could do armor trims for like the Nautilus, but you got like it's the texture and it's like, is it gonna be good? Like, is it gonna look good? 'Cause do you have like I Spire, Wild, all the armor trims for the player for horses and stuff like that as well? Or do you do like a completely new set of armor trims?
I would have it as a completely separate thing, like because you can't. There's only so much space on the horse
Yeah.
itself, so I would have it as its whole own. Like I think they changed it for bundles of bravery. They changed how like the names of the armor trims are. So it literally is called Vex armor trim. I would just have it as like its own name, horse armor trim or Nautilus armor trim. So then it's a little bit easier for the player. That's not a necessity though. I feel like there's more important
Fair
things.
enough. Yeah, fair.
Offhand combat, parity, that I would actually much rather have, and I think that's a more important thing to be thinking about. Something to mention, this is the first time I've ever seen a weapon have its own animation. And I'm excited for the potential for cooldown. Michael, I feel like there's a lot that you would want to say on this, and I feel like this is your domain, so I might let you pop
on the
off for a bit.
spear? We'll get into the spear here in a second. Let's I wanted to ask a question about finish up here on the Nautiluses before we jumped into that.
Fair enough. That's
what
fair
do you guys
enough.
think about the pufferfish getting a little bit more use?
W.
No, but it doesn't make any sense because in real life they don't actually eat pufferfish. So technically,
Bomb
technically,
him! Bomb him!
technically, you can't do that,
Boo!
Loden. You
Mitchell,
can't be
boo!
unrealistic in a video
Party
game about
pooper,
blocks
boo!
and no circles. It's
Party
no, it's fine.
pooper.
It's fine. Okay, it makes sense. Agnes literally told us this is why we're doing it. Shut up, right? And it's like I'm worried because like the community are going to talk about this and be like, well, it doesn't make any sense in real life. Like, and they're going to change it, aren't they? They're going to change it to be like, oh, tropical fish.
You think
And it's
so?
like, yeah, I think they will.
I hope not, because I don't use the puffer fish for anything. What its only use is for one potion, right? Or
Yeah.
just for
Yeah,
one, I believe. So why
yeah.
wouldn't they give it more use? It's just been,
Yeah, the
it's just littered
pufferfish.
to me. I have quite a few of them.
Yeah, the pufferfish, in my opinion, the pufferfish needs more uses. I agree. The pufferfish needs way more uses. The pufferfish needs way more uses. It's so unutilized. The pufferfish item is so unutilized.
Minecraft logic is what they said, and let's stay with Minecraft logic.
Yes, please. I agree with Nex.
agree.
I
Jack, what
agree.
do you
I
think?
agree. I agree.
Okay.
Mojang took
Moving.
him. He
Sorry.
tried to. He wanted to say that they should remain as pufferfish, but he got silenced by this Twitter mob. Unfortunately, Jack. It happens to the best of us.
Yeah, I guess so. I don't know what happened to Jack there. Maybe he'll pop
Me
back on
too.
here. Maybe he's
Yeah.
experiencing some connection issues.
Maybe. Yeah.
We will get to the spear here in a second, but I did want to just give a little shine the light on the zombie nautilus. I know we briefly talked about it. Um, I honestly was shocked when they presented us the zombie nautilus.
Me
I was
too.
like,
I was
whoa,
surprised too.
okay, this
Yeah.
is pretty
I
cool.
was.
I wasn't thinking they would give us something like that. What were your guys' initial thoughts on it? Michael,
I
I'll
think.
start with you.
I think. I think personally, it's very. And we touched on this earlier. I think it's very Minecrafty.
Yeah, it
They're not
is.
going to
It
add like a
is.
giant whale that's like an underwater threat. I think a zombie variant of a mob makes more sense in Minecraft. Um, it'd be interesting to see how much damage it does because if
That's.
that does,
Yeah.
I'm telling you, if that does a lot of damage and there's a drowned trident on it, again, you're dying. Swimming isn't going to help you. It's going to kill you because it can just. What if it?
I think it's better. The oceans need more damage and more life in them. The oceans are too calm. To make it more interesting and make it more worth going there, I think there needs to be danger and more action. There needs to be more action in the oceans. More action.
Yeah.
More action.
You're dying. Like there's no two ways about it. You're probably going to die. And I think the texture, we need to talk like the textures they've done for the Nautilus is very well done. Given the amount of detail they were limited to do
Yeah, I love the texture. The texture is
on such a
cool.
small mob,
The
I
texture
think
is
the
so
zombie variant is
cool.
really cool, personally.
It is really cool. Yeah.
Yeah, you want to expand on that, Jack?
I think any sort of variation in both the ocean and in, well, I'm gonna say more the ocean. The drowned was a fantastic addition when it was added in 1.13, but 1.13, I don't even know how old that is. It's what, 6, 7 years old. We need to. I can appreciate update aquatic, but now we're in this new age, and we need to be thinking about the overall experience for the player. The Any sort of variation is good variation. Something I like to always draw back to is the crossbow. I don't use the crossbow myself. However, the variation added, piglins, illagers
True.
use
Yeah.
crossbows.
True.
It's adds a different sort of gameplay loop, and I can't imagine Minecraft without the crossbow or the enemies that we kill. So now I think the Nautilus is going to do the same. The zombie Nautilus and the drowned. I don't think we're not going to view the oceans the same. After this update, it's going to be a whole different experience. And I know we'll touch on it later, but I think the spear and the zombie horse as well will do the same. But that's for later.
Fair enough. Yeah, that's
Okay.
fair.
And we'll begin to that here in a second.
Land is
I'm
going to
glad
feel
hear what your
different
guys'
too.
thoughts on the
Land
zombie
is going to feel
nautilus.
different
I too
as well.
love its design. I thought it was a really nice surprise. But now that we discussed those two mobs, let's talk about the newest weapon finally that you were wanting to get to there, Jack. I know that this is, I believe, the newest weapon since the mace came out in the tricky trials, if I'm not mistaken.
True, it is. Yeah, it is. It is.
Technically, copper swords. No, I'm kidding.
Oh,
Yeah.
let's not do. No, I'm not doing that. It was the mace. Let's a new form of weapon. And I'm referring to the spear here, as we all know. And I just want to say a quote here from Minecraft.wiki just to sum it up. It's a quote: "A spear is a tiered melee weapon that can be used to perform slow jab attacks or held forward to deal increasing damage based on how quickly the wielder is moving, end quote, or based on your speed, essentially. Michael, you're my I can't talk, combat guy in the group. Next, he thinks he is, but I want to
Yeah,
ask you
next.
first.
Stick on that, man. I'm the combat guy, bro. I'm
Oh,
that guy.
brother.
I'm that guy, man.
Do you know,
Who posts
do you know
about something?
what? Sorry, I feel like maybe at some point you two should have a one-on-one. Do you both play Bedrock?
Ooh,
Yeah.
like a one-on-one
Dude, you
combat
don't-
situation.
We're gonna be
You don't
jousting.
want this smoke.
Yeah,
You don't want this
we're gonna get into Joust, man. Come on.
Yeah, I think that's a great idea. I think we need a joust situation going on here, like in the
Hell yeah.
future. Let's do that. Find out who the true combat guy is. Um,
You do not want this smoke.
Michael, I'd love to hear your thoughts. Just go ahead and tell us, what do you think about the spear?
I think it's fire. The attack, the
Okay.
cooldown isn't the 1.9 cooldown. It's the cooldown used for Chorus Fruit and Ender Pearls. So, whilst it's very exciting, this isn't explicitly combat parity. But if they do not do combat parity with another weapon, they don't touch combat at all. I'm gonna have words with Mojang and I strongly word with Lesser because they need to. It's like it's getting a bit silly, right? The mace was like obviously it should have had parity. The copper sword, dude, needed parity. Honestly, such a huge weapon, it needed parity. I'm kidding, right? Um, But like the spear, like obviously we got to commend that. It's cool that it's tiered. I love that it's tiered because like barring the copper, no, barring like the swords, we haven't had a tiered weapon in like ever. Like honestly, like trident, crossbow, um, stuff like that. So like, I think it's got so many possibilities. And again, I think we're overlooking this. I think as a collective, like the PvE aspect could go crazy with the spear because I will bet my money that the zombie won't be the only one that will have the spear. Maybe like in this drop, sure, but in the future, something else with the skeletons on skeleton horses,
Oh,
something.
please no. Please.
They can have spears. Like Neverite spears or something. Like I'm telling you, I can foresee it. Right,
Well,
this isn't the end of it.
zombies can pick up weapons after they're dropped, correct? Who's to say
Yeah,
they
yeah,
couldn't,
they
like
can.
pick up one and start jabbing us with it? That would be kind of, I don't know, be kind of crazy to see. No, do you think, Michael, that this is, do you think they're taking a step towards, I don't know, dual wielding by
Hopefully they are. Hopefully.
implementing a weapon like the spear and giving it these mechanics? Or is this like opening up a door, I guess I should say, to bigger things?
I would say indirectly, yes, because whilst the spear has no affiliation with the offhand, right? Yes, it's another item in the offhand, but it's not like a unique interaction like there was with the mace. I say indirectly because eventually a combat update all leads to dual wielding. It is the center of a combat update, in my opinion. So they can't go around it, but they can add as many weapons as you want, right? Eventually, it's going to come to a point where they have no choice. They have no
True,
choice.
yeah.
I don't know if that will be now with the spear. Maybe it is. Maybe we'll see like another 2 weapons or something. But yes, every time they add a new weapon or new mechanic or something to do with combat, it is pushing towards an update. That's just how it is, in my opinion.
I agree. I
Jack,
agree.
would you like to respond to that?
I think it'll be a slap in the face to Bedrock players to introduce another weapon and not bring combat into parity with offhand. That's simply it. I think it was cheeky enough after the mace, but to have a whole other tiered weapon, I just don't think it's very fair. And I don't even play Bedrock Edition. I just think the politics of it all it just stinks. I think. Not saying that I'm not bashing Mojang. I know it's harder than it looks, but I would be if I was a Bedrock player. Well, I mean, Michael can attest to this, and another weapon comes and there's no parity or any so, even when I'm not even saying give it a full overhaul, but
No, I'm not saying that either.
but just bring it up to speed.
Yeah.
Get things like it's all well and good that they get rid of the frozen. What is it? Sorry, IBX Toycat always talks about bad and good parity. Combat is good parity. Getting rid of frozen ocean lakes is not good parity. That's just my take on it. I love the spear. I love what it is. I love the design behind it. I think it's unique. And I like the fact that they're going sort of 100 miles an hour towards their own creative
Me
ideas.
too. I like it.
I feel
Me
like
too.
they're sort of loose from the design language at Notch, which, we can talk about Notch for hours about who and what he is. But I think he's a
Fair,
good
yeah.
game designer.
Brother.
No.
Okay. No. Okay, hang on. No, we're pausing this track. Have you seen Notch's latest tweet?
I know Levers and Chest is on live support. I did see. I'm talking about Minecraft. I think he did. Sorry, I think he did well with Minecraft.
The same guy that coded a pig to be a green penis, and you're saying this guy
Gosh,
is an amazing.
okay.
Okay.
Hey, look, I don't like Notch. I don't like Notch either. However, without him, we wouldn't be here, talking about this game that we all love. And I'm glad Notch isn't on the team anymore. I'm saying, like, he had this very simplistic style, and I feel like we're moving away from that. And I'm glad that the team are doing that with things like the spear, the Nautilus, etc.
Me too.
But
Me
yeah,
too.
to bring it back around to combat, if they added another weapon without bringing combat into parity offhand, it's very topical at the moment. I'd be offended if I was a Bedrock player.
Yeah, fair enough. Fair.
Now, out of all the weapons in the world's history, you guys are happy that they chose the spear to add to the game as the next weapon?
Is it not a lance? I feel like what they've it's called the spear. It's a good name, but is it not a lance? Historically,
I do wonder, why can't we throw it?
Yeah, I feel like spears are throwing weapons and lances are jousting weapons, but I'm not going to complain. I'll send a very strongly worded letter to Vubui, but
well, I'm quite sure a spear is a throwable weapon.
Yeah, it is. I believe.
I don't think this is going to be thrown. I think this is going to be a heavy sort of melee weapon.
Which is odd to me, honestly. But yeah, it's Minecraft universe.
That's
but
fair
to me,
enough.
it's just odd
That's
for a
fair
spear
enough.
to be heavy. I've always viewed a spear as something light and is thrown. I
Fair,
picture back cavemen hunting woolly mammoths type spears.
Yeah, no, I agree. I would rename it to the lance, but that's more pragmatic than
True.
I still think it's good, but if I'm being pedantic, I would rename it to a lance.
No,
Fair,
and I think I almost was thinking at first when I saw the spear that we were going to incorporate the flint to it. But then I love that we can do different tipped metals. No,
Me
I love
too.
that. But
I love
for
it
some
too,
reason,
yeah.
when I saw, I was like, are we going to be able to use the flint for this? Because a lot
I have
of
an
spears
idea,
use
though.
flint.
I have an idea though. Spear and crossbow. What if you could put the spear in the crossbow, and that's how
Oh
it
my
launches?
That would be
Jeez
insane.
Louise.
Yeah, that would be. Gosh.
Nah,
that
you
would
cooked.
be.
You cooked.
I'm just saying, like that would be bonkers. Like big crossbow buff.
Oh man, that would be like a crossbow, a bolt on steroids.
Yeah, it'd be crazy. Obviously, you could
That
do
would
stuff
be
with like
insane.
the velocity, like and damage and stuff like that. But I feel like the spear not being throwable is okay, but interaction with like the crossbow, not the bow, but the crossbow because it's heavier, it's bulkier. It would be
Fair
able to hold a
enough.
spear.
Yeah.
I think maybe not Netherite or Diamond, but the lower tiers probably. But you can get away with it because again, Minecraft isn't realistic, obviously.
Yeah.
But
Mhm.
if you could launch a spear with a crossbow, then pillagers could use them and stuff like that, and it'd be insane.
Yeah, or put them in a dispenser and they can shoot out.
That would be
crazy.
cool. Yeah, that would be cool.
That would be cool.
Like jungle
Mhm.
temples. Imagine imagine you change jungle temples and they're not shooting arrows, they're shooting spears.
I would love
Like that'd be
that.
insane.
That would
Mojang,
be,
I hope you're
yeah.
listening. We're giving you
Yeah,
ideas for
hi,
free.
Mojang.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you guys? So you guys like how the spear is? Do you like that it is a heavy object? What do you think next? Do you like that it has that if you hold it too long, it drops and affects the quality of the strike? Michael, will you take that one?
I will, yes. Apparently Nex has been kidnapped as
Sorry.
well.
Yeah, I don't know. Ice must have got him or something.
Yeah. Obviously they'd have to have done something like this, right? Because obviously I think the spear, if they didn't do anything, it'd been broken. It would have been completely broken. Right? There had to be some damage fall off. And I love the way they describe it, that it slowly like falls to your side. Maybe
Yeah.
there's some enchantment that like increases or decreases the time that takes. So it's not like quick, it's a slower process, even with an enchantment. Um,
I
I'm
love
not,
it.
yeah, I'm not surprised. Like it makes sense, right? If you're gonna claim that it's a heavy spear as well, it had to have that kind of element to it. Um, so again, I, I think what they've done is perfect with the spear. As long as combat is in parity, the spear is probably one of my favorite weapons.
Yeah.
But we'll
It
Okay,
see.
is.
really? Okay, that's cool.
Yeah,
That's good to know. Um, you heard that on the show. That's your newest favorite weapon.
true.
I really do enjoy that it gives a more nuance to combat. I like that
Me
we have to
too.
be
Me
more
too.
tactile in using this weapon.
Uh-huh.
Mhm.
I think it's opening up a lot of doors, honestly.
I think so
Do you know what I
too.
don't understand? Sorry about the spear.
Go ahead, Jack.
It's incredibly cheap, and I think it's balanced. Um, why would I go to a trial chamber now and grind for a heavy core if I can just use a spear to sort of have the same effect? I know you have wind burst and stuff like that, but I wonder how it's going to balance, the combat ecosystem.
So
Because
the answer to that is, Jack, how it's going to balance it. It's not, as it stands right now, it is not balanced. The mace and even the spear are struggling right now. Like they're going to struggle to
How
compete
so?
for.
How so?
I mean, again, like Jack says, why would you use the mace, right? I'm trying to think of like
True, yeah.
again, the wind burst is cool, but only works on one version. So okay,
Oh man.
um, like they have to at least like go into the direction. Maybe not update it straight away in this drop, right? Maybe that's too unrealistic of me to want and suggest, but to go into the direction of yes, this is happening. So whilst you may suffer for a little bit, which I mean, as a Bedrock player, we're used to suffering, but you may suffer with the imbalance of weapons. That won't be forever, right?
True,
Um,
yeah, yeah.
but I think
Mm-hmm.
there's a lot of elements to the spear.
Mm-hmm. There
Someone says in
is.
chat that you have to grind for like a fast horse. So like like having the elytra pays off really well. Having a
Uh-huh.
horse, a good horse, pays off really well.
Yeah.
Um, so there's like some intricacies, maybe, but the spear and mace are kind of competing for which one of them dies in the next update. Because one of them
True.
will die
Yeah.
if nothing's
True.
changed.
Okay. Yeah,
Yeah.
I see the mace being more of this collector's item that people get because I think all of you who are here right now I've asked your opinion on the mace, and no, I don't think anybody really sees it as a practical weapon except for just pretty much being a collector's item in your world.
True.
Just saying you
Yeah.
have it pretty much is what I've heard. But the spear, I wanted to kind of ask, like you said, Jack, this is a very economical weapon. Like early game players can be building these, making iron
True.
tip
Yeah.
spears. Heck, you could make a diamond one in no time, really, once you start digging deep enough. But
Yeah.
do you guys see this
Diamonds are not
weapon
rare anymore.
being, how do I want to word it? Do you think it's going to be replacing early game weapons? Like, let's say, Do you think people are going to be jumping to the spear instead of, let's say, a stone sword?
It depends on how easy it is to get a horse. Now I understand why they made saddles craftable. You know.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
yeah, you're
That
right.
makes a lot of
Um,
sense now.
They
Yeah,
were
that
thinking
makes a
ahead,
lot
weren't
of
they?
sense.
I would say as well that the other factor it depends on is the enchantments,
On the
if it has
spear.
any. Yeah, if it has like obviously it's got mending and unbreaking, obviously, but if it's got anything to do with like sharpness or something like that, stone
Fire
swords
aspect,
are dead.
please. Fire aspect,
Wood swords
please.
obviously dead. Gold swords
Fire
dead. But you just wouldn't use the
aspect.
sword variant of that
Fire
ingot. You'd
aspect,
use a spear.
please.
Yeah, because you
Especially,
can. Sorry, Michael. That I wanted to ask real quick.
yeah.
Maybe you can correct me. Is it the spear? You can fight on foot with it by jabbing, right? You don't have to be on a horse.
Yeah, I mean, you can probably do that. You don't need a horse or an ice boat or something like that. It benefits you a lot more because, again, it's down to the speed
Hmm.
of which you're going. I don't know how fast you'd be going, like running at each other.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, I don't know. We're in a bit of a sticky situation with the spear. Like, again, the spear is incredible on paper, but the next step is, for me, enchantments. How like viable are like what are the enchantments? How viable are they? How do you get them? Is it through librarians? Like are we buffing them again? You
Hmm.
know, that kind of thing.
That's a
Sorry, I'm
good
back.
point. No, you're fine, Nex. We're talking about the spear. Um, the enchantments, that is interesting. I didn't think about them maybe having to rebuff the librarians. I imagine if they do give us enchantments for the spear, which I feel they will.
Oh yeah.
I
Yeah,
imagine
they
I
will.
imagine we could put it on the enchantment table, correct? What do you guys feel on
Fair,
that?
yeah.
I think when 1.21 came out, except for Wimbus, all of the Mace enchantments were available within Librarian. So I think they're gonna go down the Librarian route again, unless
Maybe,
it's
yeah.
there could be a treasure enchantment, but
Uh,
cross.
Because I'm kind of wondering, they could just kind of slap sharpness onto it, is what I'm kind of thinking.
he has
But
sharpness and
obviously,
fire
for the
aspect,
charge
please.
attack,
Sharpness
it
and
would need
fire
ranged
aspect.
enchantments. So, because it's craftable, I think all the enchantments would probably be just accessible via villagers in the enchantment table. Um,
That's fair enough, I
because
think.
like the mace made sense that it had its place where you would get it, so it made sense that it would
Mm-hmm.
have a treasure enchantment locked behind that structure.
Yeah. Yeah.
But somebody can make a wooden spear like day one. Um,
True.
Not that
Yeah.
they should enchant it by any means, but they
Yeah.
could. And having enchantments on the table alone would be good. I think I I was thinking about this last night. I was thinking, what if you had a swiftness potion? Like you could just run and charge and do more damage. I think, from
That-
my understanding, I think that would work. So
Yeah, that would
I
be
say
cool, yeah. Or you can use
I just
speed
had a brief
potion.
thought
Speed
on the
potion.
enchantment side of things. The copper spear might be the best one of them all because if
really,
it's got high if it's got high enchantability, which copper items do have, and the copper is kind of middle of the road, so it's not going to be too heavy to wield. It could be like meta, right? Because
I
if you're going
never
to
thought
get
about that.
because if it's got high, I'm pretty sure it will have like the rest of like the properties the other copper tools will have, and it'll be easy. And what is it? Wood, stone, copper. It's not going to be that heavy to use. Surely, I mean, it might be, but compared to like diamond and everite, it's not going to stack up to that, right?
I never thought
So
about the different materials having different weights.
it must do, right? I mean, I'm guessing
Yeah, I think
it's
Agnes
surely.
said in the live stream that the heavier the higher tier weapons would be heavier.
Yeah, they
I
did
just
say
thought
that.
maybe
They did.
every spear weighed the
They did.
same. I didn't. It never crossed my mind that they would get that technical, but that would be really neat if they did make like diamond heavier than iron, or I don't know how they would
I
go
think they
about
should.
it, but no, I think you're right. I think they should too. I like that
I think
idea.
I think with the tools right now, what you have the weight on the spears specifically, and maybe the mace as well, because
Mhm.
obviously the mace is quite heavy. And that will, one, help the spears, and two, help the player understand attack cooldowns and why
Yeah.
this weapon is slightly takes longer to use rather than that weapon kind of thing. But I'm just yapping.
No, I like that. What do you guys think about that, Jack? Next.
The no, I'll let Next go. Sorry, I've been doing a lot of talking. Go on, Next.
About what in particular? Sorry, I zoned out.
Oh, we're talking about the weights in the spear, like copper being lighter than
Oh,
diamond.
I think it'll be cool because
Yeah, I think
I
so
still see
too. Yeah.
myself doing netherite because of I think the base damage will be higher, and it drops down faster like to charge than the other materials do because it's heavier, and I think that would be more important because like if you are I guess in a jousting situation,
True. Yeah.
you turning around should be enough time for it to be ready to be charged again. But I guess it just
Uh-huh.
depends on how long that cooldown is, and then obviously how much the base damage is for all the materials. But I think it's a
Uh-huh.
really cool mechanic, and I hope that they lean towards like what Michael said, adding like a weight tier, I guess, or whatever,
That'd be
to
cool.
weapons,
Yeah.
and
That
then
would be really
obviously
cool.
range would be added, but that's more of like the combat test snapshots.
If they go towards adding weight, I think it just makes so much more sense to, again, I know we've already spoken about it, but to lean towards the experimental combat
Uh-huh.
snapshots. I can't remember what it was, but the axe had like, I've got to look this up on the wiki now. But there was an enchantment for the axe.
Cleaving,
Sorry,
Yeah, it's
cleaving.
cleaving.
Oh,
cleaving.
okay.
Yes, and
That
it's
would be
sort of
cool. That'd be so cool.
yeah, Java Edition combat tests. Um, yeah, cleaving. It increases damage, but it also has like stun. Stun. It has like a stun. How you
It stuns
say?
shields for longer, for
Yeah,
a longer
yeah, yeah.
duration.
Oh,
Um,
okay.
and it's mutually exclusive. So I feel like leaning towards
Sure.
adding a bit of strategy to combat. We talk about parity, but there's not much strategy. Most people use swords. I use a sword, and in my shulker boxes, I keep smite on my axes. But other than that, there's not really much else. What's the point of having Bane of Arthropods? What is the point? I have never seen. If hey, I can't lie. If you've got Bane of Arthropods on your sword, you need to look at yourself, and you need to have a big conversation.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
disappointing.
Why? What's wrong with Bane of Anthropods?
How often are you? There's no reason to have it. Smart. There's more undead mobs in the game, and the Bane of Arthropods affects spiders, bees, and silverfish.
Yeah, they
Like,
attack you a lot. They're a
well,
big threat.
spiders do, but how often are you going to be hitting bees? Yeah, like, do you know what I
Accidents
mean?
happen. I'm joking, Jack. I
No,
don't
I
ever
know, I
use
know,
Bane
I
of
know.
Anthropods
I
because
get vexed. I get vexed because stuff like this is pointless. Like, they got rid of Frozen Sheet Oceans in the latest Bedrock preview,
True.
and they actually
Yeah,
showed it
they
off
did.
in Minecraft Live with an old development version. And I saw Toycat. I watched his live stream about him talking about it. When they're playing with the spear and they sort of bash into each other on the ice. There's like an ice
Yeah,
sheet.
yeah.
yeah.
That biome is no longer available. It was Bedrock exclusive,
Oh
and
man.
that biome is no longer available. It's removed in 1.21.110. I think it won't be there anymore, it's gone. So they're showing off a feature on something that they removed. And what I find quite funny is in the inventory on that video, you can see they weren't able to line up the spear on the boats, and there's barrier blocks in the person's inventory when they die. So So they line up with barrier blocks, which I thought was quite funny.
Well, I'm sorry that they got rid of that, Jack. I guess you need to come over to Bedrock and
No. It
do a
wasn't
little
on
ice
Java.
jousting.
It was on Bedrock, and they got rid of it from Bedrock to match Java. I think the
Oh.
Bedrock version is a lot better, but they've got rid of it. And I'm never coming over to Bedrock unless they have offhand. Sorry, truth be told.
Well, I got plenty of.
Let me try refreshing, guys. Sorry if the stream is went a little bit off road, and if that kind of loading bar was kind of distracting me.
Heck yeah.
Are you guys going to be using the spear?
Oh,
I probably will.
absolutely.
I will.
100%.
I will.
That's like
Yeah.
been the one thing on my mind since the event. Is
Is
Me
that going to be
too.
like your main weapon next?
it depends on how much the base damage does for the jab attack, because other than that, it's
I think I'm
like
going to
the
be using
base
it
damage
regardless. I
a
think I'm
little
going to
niche.
be
Like
using
if
it
I am riding them out,
regardless.
then sure, I'll have it out. It'll be in my hotbar for sure, or at least like in my inventory somewhere. But I would love for it to replace one of my weapons because I think that'd be cool.
This brings
But
us to a new
I still
topic:
think for
inventory
more,
management
everyday
update.
Minecraft,
Inventory
survival
management
gameplay,
update.
the sword's probably gonna stick as the main. But it just again depends on the base damage, the enchanting, and then um actually that's probably about it.
Michael, you going to be using it?
Um, yeah, maybe. Yeah, I think. Well, it depends. On Bedrock right now, no, there's literally zero reason to. There's no strategy. There's no nothing. If you're not using the sword, you can get away with using the axe. But if you're not using the sword, then you're just severely handicapping yourself. There's no reason to not use it. So if they change combats, yes, absolutely. If it stays the same, it's going to be the exact same thing as the mace, where it's just going to be something I have in chests or like a display or something.
Hmm.
But yeah, we'll see.
Jack, you going to be using it?
I will. I think if you combine something like you put yourself in a boat or you use wind charges to propel yourself forward, I think you could create some sort of like wither killer with it.
True.
That's
Yeah.
sort of like my early prediction. But yeah, I'll definitely be using it. I mean, I've got a mace, and in my world, every now and again, it's got Windburst 1 because Windburst is ridiculously rare. I love just going around hitting the mobs and like if I'm in between projects. But yeah, I can see myself using it. If there's no enchant ability, I'll be incredibly surprised and disappointed. If they enchant the spear, I would say that's a positive. That's a much needed anecdote for the spear, which we need.
I agree. I think they will give us enchantments for it.
I think so
I
too.
would
Maybe
be
some brand new
stunned.
ones. Maybe some
What's that
brand
next?
new
Do
ones.
you think the zombie ones can do the charge attack?
Oh, with the zombie rider and with wielding
Yeah.
the spear. Yeah, let's talk about the zombie horse. What are you guys'
Yeah.
thoughts on that? Do you think that I'm sure they will, right? Like give it the speed
Maybe.
damage
I
ratio.
don't
I
know.
don't know. Like they if they do, it'll be a good. I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I don't know how you'd code that.
Me
How
either.
how
Yeah.
the zombie horse would figure out when or where to. Maybe I'm being pessimistic. I have faith in Mojang. They do
I
so much
think
good.
I think they should have. I think mobs should have a new state called Berserk, where they can
Ooh.
just do something that's completely outlandish, that is like smarter than the average interaction a zombie
Yeah, I think
has.
so too. I think so
And I
too.
think
That'd be
that
cool.
one of
That
those
would be
would
so
be
cool.
the zombie horse recognizing this thing needs to die. So I'm going to tell you, and you're going to launch a spear into this guy's face, and we're going to kill him.
I
But
love that.
Well, actually, if you think about it, because like my thing was like the skeleton horsemen are like dumb, like they just sit there
yeah,
and they don't even
They
do
are
anything to
pretty
you.
dumb.
But if you think about like the chicken jockey, not to be Jack Black or anything, but like those they charge at you on the on the chickens.
Yeah, they're
So
pretty
like I could
crazy.
see that same code just being carried over to zombies, and then ideally I don't know how they would differentiate the mobs from jabbing or charging.
True.
But
Yeah, I don't know how
ideally, it would charge
either.
as
I
well
don't
as
know
spear
how.
and just obliterate you. I'm so excited to get obliterated by zombie horsemen.
Do you guys think this is going to pose a significant? Do you think it's going to increase our threat level in the overworld
Yeah,
significantly?
I
Yeah.
think
massively.
the best way for me to like put it into words is there has not been in modern Minecraft. It's been a while where like you've been like, oh, the night times are so scary. There hasn't been a lot. It's been a while where you truly felt terrified. The
True.
Plains
Yeah.
biome
Yeah.
is one of the most common and like most livable biomes in the entire game.
True. Yeah.
So if
True.
you do not get a house or anything, you're dead. You're
True.
dead. It's just,
Fair.
it's
Yeah.
like, and even then, the like the villages. What if the zombie horse can like outpace the Iron Golem and it's just what does the Iron Golem do? Because the Iron Golem isn't that smart, and the spear will do physical damage, so the Iron Golem could crack and the Iron Golems will die quicker. So I think the new player experience, if you're a new player, you're in trouble. I think.
Yeah, big
Imagine
time.
those new nights just be full of those zombie horsemen wielding spears. That will be insane to see.
Yeah, you're just dead. Like you're just like at that point, it's their world. You could give up. Really.
You're like, what is that? Oh, why is it coming at me? One tap.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
One tap.
I wonder what the chance of it is, like the spawning rate of a zombie horseman, because not every zombie horse will have a zombie on it, correct?
No.
I didn't
No.
think so. So will the zombie horse alone attack you?
No, I don't think they
It's
will. I think it'll
neutral,
be like the
right?
skeleton horse.
Wait, did you
Where
guys ask if the zombie horses would have zombies every time or not?
Yeah. No,
They will.
I was thinking, I think it's going to be kind of relatively scarce, right?
Oh yeah, they won't spawn a lot. I don't think. I misunderstood. I thought you guys were.
Yeah, I think it's
more-
going to be a passive mob.
I think so,
that we
too.
can tame, just like
Yeah.
the skeleton horse, right, Jack?
Hopefully.
Yeah, I like the idea of being able to tame the zombie horses, add them to like a collection. I'm just like, it's 13 years they've been in Java, like, they've been in the game. Like there's 3 unimplemented mobs that for the longest time I don't understand why they weren't in the game. It was the giant, the illusioner, and the zombie horse. The giant I kind of understand; it's just a giant zombie.
Mm-hmm.
But we've now got
Yeah.
the zombie horse, the illusioner. It will be his time soon. But for now, I'm just incredibly happy that they've found a place for the zombie horse, and
Me
it's a
too.
good place. It doesn't feel cheap and it doesn't feel rushed. You know.
Well, I mean, like, what are we seeing recently, right? In the newest mobs, they're getting smarter, and they've got more interactions against them,
True.
right?
Yeah.
The Illusioner or the Isolager will run through you, especially the Illusioner. Like, I can see a world where the Illusioner is actually coming to the game sooner rather than later, especially now that, yeah, like if you're giving older mobs new things and you're bringing back older mobs in the zombie horse and the copper golem and stuff like that, it's fair game, honestly, for any of
True.
the
Yeah, it
previous mob
is. It
modes
is. He has
at
a
this
fair
point.
point. He has a fair point.
That's a great point.
Uh-huh.
What do you think's going to come first, the Isolager or the Illusioner?
Ooh,
Illusioner.
Okay.
I think they could do a Mounts of Mayhem situation where they do an Illager focus drop, where they add either a brand new Illager or the Isolager. They would check off a mob vote loser, and then it would be like the Mounts of Mayhem thing, where it's like this is a perfect opportunity to add in the Illusioner or to finish the Illusioner, and it's easy because it's really literally almost like a 60% baked mob already.
True. Yeah.
Um,
He has a fair
and
point.
that's essentially what happened. They're adding a new mount. They're adding um, the zombie Nautilus isn't drowned, and then hey, at the same time, we're encouraging people to use mounts more. Why not add in the zombie horse that's been in the game for a while? Like,
Do you
Yeah.
think they could play off the name Mounts of Mayhem to Mountain of Mayhem, like indirectly, and that's their ticket into getting the Isolager into the game? because whilst it is mounts of mayhem, mountain of mayhem, like you could, I see a world where they're like, not this one, but I could see a world where they're like, screw it, let's just throw in the isologers,
Well,
mountain.
this
Definitely
is
not this
probably
world.
going to release around winter, so
Yeah,
I
let's.
don't know.
It's insane.
You
There's
might
a
be onto
lot
something.
of possibilities. Yeah, like it could be realistic. It could be a real thing that they do, but you know.
Very true. Honestly, I don't have a prediction on that. I I, I do want to use this last half of our half hour we have left to talk about predictions. What do you guys think we're going to be getting in future snapshots until the release of this?
I think we get netherite horse armor. I think we get more mounts in the game. Like I imagine like a strider mount being more common with like a piglin, for example.
They already
I
spawn, I
think we
think. They already
get
spawn.
more enchantments for the spear, and I think we
Yeah.
get what's the term? Trims for pet armor, dog, horse, and Nautilus. But that is a stretch. But that's what I think we get.
That would be awesome. That would be epic. I would love
Okay,
that so
I like
much.
those predictions. I can
I would love
definitely see the
that.
netherite horse armor, Jack. I never thought about them revamping Strider, like riding the Strider. That'd be interesting. It'd also be interesting to see if they would do something new with the pigs too. What do you think next?
I am 100% rooting for netherite horse armor. Um, my thinking is like I want everything to match. I want to wear my netherite armor. I want my horse to have netherite armor, and I'm gonna stab Michael with my netherite spear.
Yeah, good luck with that. Good luck. You're not gonna get close.
What?
You're
And
not getting close.
You're getting dangerously close.
I really
Gosh.
hope they, at minimum, bring Bedrock up to Java combat. We need sweeping edge. We need
I would love that,
offhand
yes.
fully
Please.
implemented.
Please,
That's
Mojang.
that's like
Listen
bare
to all
minimum
of
right
us.
now. Ideally,
Listen to all
overhaul
5
the
of
combat as a
us.
whole, implementing
Please.
reach stuff, stackable potions,
Please.
all the good stuff from CTS, and then whatever else they'd like to sprinkle in. And I would like another mob to have the spear. Like
Me
I could see
too,
Piglins
yeah.
using one.
I would
Maybe
love that
brutes.
too. That would be so
If
cool,
not,
the
I
introduction.
think an Illager using a spear would be pretty sweet. Like imagine them on a Ravager, and you have like
Oh, that would be
raid, and
sick.
they come over. Actually, I don't know if they'd be able to reach you guys kind of high up,
That would be
but
so
you get what I'm
cool.
saying.
I really like that idea. No, I think that's a great idea. And honestly, where are the illagers? Like Michael, you brought that up what, a show or two ago, like ever since the Omen, whatever it's called, I can't remember. They haven't been out in raids at all.
Yeah, the pillager
They're gone.
patrols.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the pillager
they've not been in
patrols
the
are
game
gone.
at all.
Yeah, they're gone.
Yeah, something's happened.
In Bedrock.
Yeah,
In Bedrock,
Bedrock.
yeah.
So I would personally love to see them wielding spears if they still existed. Which why haven't they fixed that? I wonder.
I think-
that's kind of weird.
You've got your sort of you've got your classification of enemies. So you've got like piglins, and then you've got like illagers, and then you've got I'd sort of group together like your usual hostile mobs. I think all three should have like a variant where they have a spear. So you got the zombie horseman, which will wield a spear in the overworld. I think in the Nether you should have piglins with spears. Maybe they're riding hoglins, and they can have like hoglin horsemen or
Yeah.
pigmen. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's getting a bit confusing. And then I think you should have some illagers with spears. It'll be quite cool. Yeah. I think the spear should be like the crossbow, where it's across the whole sort of Minecraft ecoverse or multiverse, but it's a weapon that it can be adapted to by all of the enemies.
I agree.
Where
That
do
would
you
be
think
so
we'll be
cool.
finding these spears? I guarantee there'll be loot in some type of treasure chests. Where do you think they'll be found?
I could see them being in vaults in the trial chamber.
Okay.
I don't know what version they would give. I think they would give diamond for sure. Because I was seeing that people were saying that the trident would be like placeholder for spear in the vaults, but I still feel like the trident's still a good reward, even though it doesn't technically match at all. But I could see them being added there, and I mean, it'd be really cool to find a netherite one in a bastion.
That would be
But
cool. Yeah, that would be
I hope
really
bastions
cool.
get netherite horse armor at least.
Me too.
That would be cool.
Yeah, it would be.
That'd be cool. I honestly, I don't know what my predictions are. If I was asked myself what we're going to see over the next couple months in snapshots, I definitely hope it's the netherite horse armor. But gosh, mounts of mayhem. I just don't know where my mind can't come up with what they're going to give us. Like I don't know. I don't know what to expect.
I think as far as brand new features go, we might be capped out. I think the rest of the drop like development time would ideally be focused on revamping combat or bringing Bedrock up to Java combat and then polishing the existing features. I kind of I kind of think we're like I said kind of capped out on how many features would be added.
That seems
like,
fair
that
enough.
I agree.
Straight up brand new for this drop.
I
And
agree.
that's again
Yeah,
with
yeah,
the
yeah.
with the naming. I think it's again trying to keep expectations to a certain point. And I feel like
Yeah.
2 months of combat feedback is good, especially since CTS was in development for like a year or something, and they were in a good spot. And a lot of people on Bedrock at least just want offhand.
Yeah, they
Really? I
do.
didn't know that.
Yeah. What day are you on, Michael? On your petition?
Let's see.
I know that you're
Oh,
well into
boy.
500.
Yeah, it's very great. It's very enjoyable.
Do you
We're
I
think
on
will say
day.
if they don't do sort of offhand in this drop, it's gonna be years.
do you
Like
think
Yeah.
yeah.
like for me with Chase the Skies, when we didn't get the rail improvements, I thought, right, okay, we're not getting that for a while. And this is what I feel like for Bedrock offhand. If you don't get Bedrock offhand with this drop, I think it's going to be ages.
Yeah,
Okay.
so currently 567.
That's what
So
XX underscore destroy underscore XXX said.
yeah, they're right. So
That's do you
God,
think we're
that's a
going to get it
lot.
by the end of the year, Michael?
um yes.
Really?
That's a
Wow.
Yeah,
huge. That's
That's
a
a
huge guess.
that's a bold
Gosh.
statement. Really?
Yeah,
You
it
think
is bold.
before January 1st comes and
Yeah.
2025 clocks out, you think we will have dual wielding?
yeah, if we don't, I might retire and like go hide in a bunker or something. Like
Gosh.
I don't know if
Okay,
I
that's
can.
going a little
I
bit
don't
too
know. I don't know if I
far.
can really like mentally deal with another year of just nothing in regards to the offhand.
Come to Java, brother. Come to Java.
Oh my gosh.
Never.
You I'm not saying this as a dig. Is it not just objectively better to be a Java player right now? It just feels like a much more complete
No.
experience.
Fair,
You guys don't
yeah,
have
based
my
on
fair.
visuals.
I like Java more, but I've been maining Bedrock because I have more people to play with on Bedrock. And
Where are you next? Are you in a tunnel?
Oh.
Using tunnel disrepair.
Oh.
Was I quiet?
Yeah.
Oh.
He was in the
I
tunnel
was just saying,
disrepair.
I prefer Java 100%, but I've been maining Bedrock because I have more people to play with on Bedrock.
Fair enough.
but-
Yeah.
If I were to go back to Java right now, not having vibrant visuals might be unfortunate because it's very nice and I'm very accustomed to it right now. So
Me
Are you?
too.
See,
I
do
am
that.
too.
I am a Bedrock player, but I'm just poor and I can't afford vibrant visuals.
That's fair
Fair
enough.
enough.
You know,
That's fair enough.
have you ever heard of these things called mods? They improve your game and they improve your experience, and you get shaders, and you don't have to wait for development hell for shaders. You know, it's whatever, man. It's whatever.
Yeah, I should
Yes,
look into
I
that, but
I love playing Java, right? And Mojang releases an update every few months. So I have to check between all my 654 mods if they're compatible. There's one update. It's so fun. I love not being able to play my worlds for like 2 weeks because all the mods are just broken. That's just such a great experience. I love this game.
I
Oh,
love
it's so
having
good.
offhand. I love having up-to-date combat. I love having, with like mod compatibility. All the mods I use, they're usually out within like the week. So yeah,
Jack,
I might be late to updates, but I
I'm
don't
being
know.
serious. If I catch you on Bedrock, it's on site. Like, meet me in the swamps. Meet me in the swamps. It's over.
Michael, if we had a one-on-one, I'd win. Like there's
Bro, I would
I'll do it on Bedrock.
smoke you. I would
Nope.
smoke you,
No
bro. Come
brotherly
on.
love between the British here.
I mean,
No
like,
way.
obviously, like,
Gosh,
Next would get
yeah.
like wipes. Like, Next is kind of like, you just get like ran through. But like,
That's
Jack, like, you
crazy.
would literally get decimated. Like,
I've been playing
you would get
Minecraft since
shredded.
1.5, like 1.4 even. No, I won't allow it. And I've played Bedrock
You must
before.
hate
Come on.
yourself so much in order to stick with Java for that long. That is insane, bro. The Copper Age, we've had the Copper Age done for like weeks. We're waiting on
True.
your slow ass to be like, let me fix this one top I got an issue. It's been an issue for like
Why
three
is he
months
laughing
now.
like that? Why is he laughing?
I love it.
Oh man.
And plus, we've got better graphics. So,
So you think-
I do appreciate though, like, but I know Bedrock has to exist, but I can't imagine because it still runs on the mobile engine. I feel like there's so many limitations for it.
oh yeah, I mean, I agree. The mobile version of Bedrock is terrible, but
Yeah, it is.
at least I don't need a NASA computer in order to run two mods and a texture pack in order to play Minecraft properly.
My computer cost £250, which I think for the Americans is about $320.
that
Yeah.
sounds right.
And I can play Minecraft quite comfortably, actually. And might I say, my world file is about 3 GB now, and I think it runs pretty smoothly. And I think my Xbox, I've got the Xbox X. I'm pretty sure that cost me about £450 or $500. So
Yeah.
I think Java wins there. I'm just saying.
Okay, we can just end this. Like, we can just wrap it up. Like, I'm tired of this Java feel. Like, it's just kind of like, are you sponsored by Mojang? Like, are you like
Sponsored by Mojang.
I think
like
I'd argue that they prefer Bedrock Edition, but that's just me. That's just me. It's just me. I'm sorry.
So Jack, do you think Bedrock's going to get dual wielding?
Yeah,
the end of
yeah.
this year?
Eventually, they have to.
No, by the end of this year.
Um, see, this is the difficult thing. If I don't, it's been such a joke. Like, if they were to do it, properly, I just can't see them doing it this year. But this is the drop for them to do it in. So I can't imagine them not. I'm in two states of mind. If they do it, then it's like, yeah, that makes sense. But if they don't, I'll be like, well, that's just Mojang. Of course, they're not going to update combat. Of course, Michael's going to be doing this for another. He's going to be doing it till he's 30. Like, of course he is.
Jeez.
Mojang's not
Yeah,
adding
probably.
it for a reason. Say he can get to 1,000.
In all seriousness, no, I do feel bad for Bedrock players. The amount of times you have to look up a tutorial and you have to check if it's Java or Bedrock, and I kid. It actually is a slap in the face for them to add another weapon and not update combat.
bro, Jack, your kid is gonna play Bedrock and you're gonna hate it. I cannot wait till your kid comes
Crazy.
around and is like,
Gosh,
well, we can't
yeah.
give little Jimmy a computer. Let's give him a phone, and you're gonna
It
get
was a
stuck.
joke. I haven't got a child on the way. It was a joke. It was a joke.
Oh wait, what?
I tweeted the other day about the Nautilus.
Why are you rage basing me? Why this entire show you've been rage basing me? And it's pissing me off, man.
God,
Next has been
what
like
is
sponsored by
happening?
Mojang and
What is
disappeared in 5
happening?
seconds.
My lord.
Right? Greg is trying to get us together, and you're rage basing me.
Mate, I'm not rage baiting. Never. I just feel bad for you guys playing the worst
hate
version.
Java
That's
players,
all.
man.
Well, rage bait
You
sells,
could-
so
They're like on their like ivory tower, like we can little bedrock peasants. Look at us. We've got like our little offhand and stuff like that. Bro, your developers don't even want offhand. They regret adding offhand. What now?
I do have a question, a little bit off
Oh,
topic
God, I hate
from
Java.
fight combat. Do you think we're going to see any expanse or anything new when it comes to pillagers or illagers? Didn't they tease
Yeah.
us this year, early on this year? Maybe it was late 2024. That video of like pillagers, and they said they were going to expand on them. Do you think that's coming?
I'm incredibly confident that we get the illusioner. No, maybe
That is
not
it.
anytime soon, but I'm so confident we get the Illusioner now. Maybe they do something where they sort of combine the idea behind the illusion and the Isologer. They sort of make it one mob, but at a bare minimum, we get one new Pillager or Illager. I think we get the Illusioner, and I think we get the Isologer, and I think that would be it. I don't think we get much more than that, but I'm incredibly confident in the Illusioner now.
Okay, yeah, that would be awesome. And from what I've heard, the Illusioner sounds fantastic. I'm just curious
Yeah,
because
it is.
Mojang
I
had
love
that
it
whole entire
so
thing
much.
element. Wasn't that like an animation of the Illagers? It's been a while, but
I
not
don't think
sure.
it was animated.
it wasn't animation. What was that? I can't remember, but they did like specifically announce that they were. It looked like they were going to do something with them, but it's been like some time. Just kind of like the Netflix Minecraft series that's just been kind of
Oh, brother.
just gone in the background.
Yeah.
Whatever's going on there. I've been keeping track of that, but that's weird. That's a whole other story.
Yeah, I've been wondering what happened to that too.
Do you
I've been
guys think we're
talking
going to
about
get
that
into
a lot.
structures in one of these snapshots or by the end of the year?
I-
I know we've been getting a lot of new mobs and variants. Do you
hope.
think we're going to get
I
any
hope we
structures?
do. I would love it. I
Not
would love it so
this
much.
drop,
No.
but I think next year I mean, 1.21 was last June, if I'm not mistaken. I think it'll be next year for sure.
1.21. Yeah, I think you are right. Was last June. It's been a while since we had. That was the trial chambers, so it's been a while.
I think we should get I think the next structure should be some sort of nether archaeology, but that's a topic for another day. I want to
that'd
see
be sweet.
suspicious soul sand.
Okay,
That'd be
Yeah,
cool.
I think you mentioned
That
that when
would
you
be
came
really
on one of your
cool.
episodes, and that would
Mhm.
be really cool. What do you want? What would you like to see next? What do you want to see by the end of the year? Or yeah, by the end of the year.
Within this drop,
Yeah.
definitely combat improvements, combat overhaul. Ideally.
Yeah, me too. I would love that so very
If
much.
not, I might just go back to Java once we get vibrant visuals.
Oh, brother.
Oh man.
I'm just
Yeah, you
tired
guys aren't
'cause,
going to
like,
be getting vibrant visuals anytime soon. I hate to say it.
Sweeping edge is just too good, and it's so annoying not having proper offhand.
True.
It's
Yeah,
just-
fair enough.
It just feels like why is it taking them however many years? Like I think like it's been like 10 years, right? Or almost.
Yeah.
Oh, it's like 9 or something like that.
Credit.
Wait, why are you laughing? Wait, what's so funny? Is that humorous to you? My suffering. I've spent 500 days advocating for this pissing feature.
Come
Just,
on,
laughing
Mojang.
my
Give
expense.
him his
Michael, we
thing.
will all
Unbelievable.
storm Mojang headquarters with you.
Yeah, I will too. I will.
Yeah,
I'll
just take it a
join.
little
Me and
bit
Michael
I will
only one
join.
small plane ride from Sweden. We can do it, man. Come on.
Yeah, you guys are right there.
I'd be
Why,
down. I'd
why
be
aren't
down
you
for this
standing
super long.
outside of their studio, Michael?
No,
I
pitchforks.
get a megaphone and just scream at them
You-
like every day.
You're,
That might be
you're,
the
a-
way
you're
forward.
like an hour drive away from there. You can just pretty much get on your bicycle and boom, you're in Stockholm.
You know, at the moment in the UK, we're having quite a lot of protests, and I can just imagine Michael there. But instead of, the protests, they're awful. There's a lot of far right people protesting migration in the UK and just general racism. I'm not
Oh,
saying I
gosh.
support it, but I can just imagine Michael there. But instead of protesting with what the majority of people are, he's just there like bring off hand to Bedrock Edition, like a giant sign.
Instead,
Everybody's gonna
instead
be like, "What is this
protesting
guy
human
talking
rights,
about?"
it's
Yeah.
offhand.
I'll vote for reform if they give me the offhand. I'm just saying, like, if reform gets the offhand, I'll vote for them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
World
do it.
peace or offhand? Michael goes with
Yeah, I'll do it.
offhand.
Screw it.
Okay,
Take my human rights away.
after the episode ended, look up Reform You
go-
understand what that's he's literally sorry.
Yeah, let's get him in front of the UN. And
Yeah, man.
A
Oh,
very
man.
important matter to discuss. We
the
need
offhand
all.
Yeah.
economics.
Oh god. That was
Love
good.
your
Well done.
I hope to God that they give us offhand soon. I want to see your campaign end.
I do too, ideally. At some point in my lifetime, I'd like to, be able to outlive the campaign rather than it outliving me, which seems to be
God.
plausible because nothing's happening. They're not doing anything. They're just sitting there, like looking at I don't know what, but they're just sitting there. And like the Java's laughing at us. They're laughing at us, bro. They've got their little torches in their offhand, and they're like, "Oh, look at me! I've got my little torch. I've got my little golden carrot." And all we can do is put our shells, our maps, our totems.
It's so stupid because we
Bro.
can't even put like compasses in our offhand.
True,
Like
yeah.
items that
Oh my
don't need to
God.
be used that would just sit there. Like why
Since
is that not?
Bundles of Bravery bundles with like lodestone, sorry, Spring to Life. Since I can use lodestones all the time, having a compass in my offhand has become like the new norm for me at the moment. And using lodestones, I used to use a mod to like make waypoints, but I think that was very un-Minecrafty. So I started using lodestones, and it's so convenient, so convenient.
So, all right, we got like 7 minutes before I have to wrap this up. I want to say, like, why can't they do it? What's the limitation with
Mobile
Mojang? Why,
players.
why can't they just do it?
Yeah, I think so.
Mobile.
But aren't they? What? Just because the touchscreen, right? The technology.
Yeah.
It's just
I
because-
imagine that's the main reason, because then otherwise,
But they can
you know,
figure it out.
They could add like another button.
who knows?
Like on the screen.
Who knows?
Yeah, there's something you can do. Like if you you've got imagine you have billions of dollars. And just imagine you have all the time in the
Okay.
world and all the money on earth. I think you can come up with a solution.
Yeah, I think
The
so.
best-selling
Yeah.
game of all time can't figure out its biggest problem. It's crazy.
Its biggest
Really?
problem is itself.
Yeah, it is
Which
crazy.
is maddening to me.
Yeah.
It's like, how is it that you invented or you
No one-
programmed your way into a corner?
I wonder,
is
did
funny to me.
Microsoft is Microsoft
I
the reason
think
why
it's like
this is
just need
happening?
somebody from Mojang to come onto my show and actually please tell me the technical limitations.
Please
That would be
hang on a
amazing.
second.
That would be amazing.
On the topic of the offhand, I'm watching the stream, right? And I see, we've all got our little like names and stuff like that. Next, why have you changed your name to Java next?
Yeah,
And
I
not,
saw.
like,
I just noticed that. What the heck, Nex?
what are you doing, bro? You can't advocate for something and then be like, I'm swapping sides.
Yeah,
have to-
you're.
I'm gonna
you-
swap sides.
you-
Like I should be able to swap my offhand
Next.
if they don't add this by the end
What
of the
the
year.
heck? You're playing Bedrock for the vibrant visuals, yet you're advocating for Java, and you have offhand under here. What? Are you confused?
Live, laugh, Java. You know what they say.
True.
No,
yeah,
they don't say.
very
No
true.
one is saying that actually.
We all say
One
it. We all
person-
come on.
Yeah,
Now,
you're
come
saying
on.
it. You're saying it. Okay, but I mean, no one else other than Jack and like I don't know, fucking imaginary child is saying like Java rocks. Okay, it doesn't. Okay, stick with us. Your fans is imminent. I'm telling you. Always bet on red. Right? It is coming.
Yes,
And it's coming
it
soon.
is coming. I think it is.
I hope so.
Honestly,
I
I
so
think-
Yeah,
so.
yeah. Sorry, I like you've not
Oh,
got
brother,
blowing. We've got offhand. We've got a better end fight. We've got less laggy mobs.
Bro,
We've
you
got
stole
more
our end
creative
fight.
features.
stole
I'm
our
just
end fight.
saying, man.
Personally,
Bro,
I think the combat isn't the dual wielding's not coming this year, 2025, but I do think we'll see some stuff in 2026.
dude, have I like rolled up to like anti-bedrock, anti-offhand coalition here or something? Like I was under the impression we talked about, the drop and Minecraft Live, but we're just being like, no, the offhand is never coming.
No,
Like-
I didn't say that. I think it's
You
not
guys-
coming this year.
You guys sound like every other Twitter user I interact with. That's like, why are you doing this? The offhand isn't coming. Stop advocating for something, bro. I'm telling you.
I think the offhand's coming. I think even with offhand, I think Java is just 10 times better. But that's just me.
Oh, see, I've never
Can we
even
mute?
played Java, so
Okay, can we just mute? Can we mute that? Like, can we just like do the outro without that? Like,
I
I'm
need
getting
to
Hold
round
on, I
this
honest.
like
up.
Java too.
Okay, let's mute. Okay, okay.
I'll give
Go
you
ahead.
guys let's go around and I want to give you guys all one last opportunity to speak. Next, anything on your mind that you'd like to say before we wrap this up?
Let's manifest this netherite horse armor updated combat for everybody, please. Live, laugh, combat, and let's get some spear enchantments.
What?
Let's get some spear enchantments.
Did you just say live, laugh, combat?
Yeah. Live, laugh, combat.
Okay, I love that, man. I love that. Did you come up with that?
Yep. Just now.
Dang, that's good.
Everybody,
Okay.
everybody post live, laugh, combat. We gotta get a movement
Live,
going.
laugh, combat. Dang.
Live,
okay.
laugh, combat.
Michael Lewis, what do you have?
I just want to say next is you got to start practicing, bro. Because as soon as this videos come out and it's on site,
Let's
you
go.
are
I'm ready.
Yeah,
I'm
you
so
guys are
you're gonna cease to exist. Like you're gonna
Okay.
regret ever wanting to swap to Java. I do believe we're gonna get combat. Um, Jack, I honestly like. I don't. I wish the absolute worst for you. I'm not gonna lie. I genuinely. I genuinely.
Gosh.
Like,
Okay.
like I hope like your
Wow.
dreams, your wishes, they don't come true. Like I
Oh
genuinely hope that
I
Mojang
hope both
next year,
sides of the
like we have
pillow
to
are
cancel
warm.
it. I hope the marketplace comes to your version. How about that? I hope your
Oh, do you
version
know what?
gets
That actually offends me.
Yeah.
You're watching corporate greed onto my platform. Leave it, leave
yeah,
it, leave
yeah,
it.
yeah. It's not nice, is it? Yeah, yeah.
I never thought of doing that.
Final wish. I wish that I'm gonna be the bigger man here. I wish Bedrock gets their offhand, and I think it should be this year. In all seriousness, I think we need to bring the two versions to parity. Ulrich had an interview recently where he said, I think there was talks of cross-play between Java and Bedrock, and I actually think Mojang, we're talking 10, 20 years, I think they're going to merge the two versions anyway. And I just want we need priorities, and offhand is a priority for Bedrock. I think horse armor, netherite horse armor will be coming, and a very off one is I want pet armor trims, but that's a bit of a reach.
No, I love that. And I just want to say and thank each one of you, Jack, Michael, Next. Thanks for being here on the show again and joining me for the second Realm News Roundtable. I really enjoyed all of your opinions and insights on the matter, and I look forward to getting you all back on the show again in the future. I love these roundtables. I don't know if you guys enjoyed doing them, but I think everybody enjoys listening to your guys' opinions. So let's do this again soon. What do you guys all
Yes,
think?
sir.
Yes.
Cool.
Hopefully,
Well-
maybe a couple months into this update's development, we can come
Yeah.
back and talk about combat. Hopefully, my gosh.
Maybe the end of the year we can do this again. Maybe in a couple months, like in
Yeah,
December or
when
something.
we should do this when the winter drop finally releases.
Let's do that. No, let's do that so we have a chance to kind of play around with the new features and talk about some more. And I know, Michael, you're going to be coming onto the show for an episode dedicated solely to combat and dual wielding. So I'm
Yes,
excited
sir.
about
That's cool.
You guys
That's
know.
really cool.
that's going to be. I'm giving you you can talk for 2 hours if you want about combat. So,
That's gonna be a 10-hour podcast. 10-hour
Oh, God.
podcast.
You might be
Let's
fine.
go.
oh
Yeah.
man, okay. Well, I'll clear my schedule then.
The whole day. Book it out. No, I'm kidding.
Heck yeah. And no, I look forward to getting you guys back on. And with that said, I just want to thank the audience. Thank you to everybody that tuned in and participated in the chat. I really appreciate you guys being here at the Realm News Studio. And I wish you all a great rest of your day and happy crafting. The Dark Lord signing out.
Woo! Shout out,
Hello,
Grace.
Realm News fans. I just wanted to pop back in here and just tell you all how much I appreciate you for listening to the show. It means the world to me that you tune in every week to hear me, the Dark Lord, the one who puts the real in Realm and expands your mind one block at a time. I am honored to be your host and to be able to deliver to you weekly original Minecraft content, with Realm News Flash and Realm News on Tuesdays and Thursdays. If you enjoyed the show, I would love it if you would tell your friends about it and tell them to follow the show. Hit that like button and leave a comment. I know that on Spotify you can leave comments on individual episodes, same on Good Pods. I'm not sure on all the other podcast player platforms out there, but I appreciate the feedback. So please comment if you are able to. If you cannot comment wherever you listen to Realm News, then you can by following Realm News at either its Twitter, now X, Blue Sky, Reddit, or email, which is all found at bio.link/Realm News, which is all lowercase. Again, that is bio.link/Realm News. There, you can also make a monetary donation by clicking on the Ko-Fi link. I put in about 30 hours a week in research, writing, editing, marketing, recording, social media, and much more in creating and keeping the
Gosh, that's a
show
lot
running.
of work.
The
My lord.
donations would help me eventually give up my second job so I can focus more on this podcast and deliver more content with better quality to you. I understand times are tough, and I do not expect anyone to give me money. I'm just saying that if you are able to, it's much appreciated. However, you can show your appreciation by just listening, liking, following, or recommending the show, as I said earlier. That means much more than you would ever know.
Okay, guys, that's going to be the stream up. I'm sorry, guys, for all the internet problems we've had. My internet's not really the best, so sorry about how much it cut it out and how much I lost internet in this stream. I'm sorry, but if you want to listen to the full-on round table without me talking or without any internet problems or anything, then please make sure you go and subscribe to Realm News over at YouTube. I have his YouTube channel in the live chat, so please make sure you subscribe to his YouTube channel over at YouTube, because that will be where he posts his episode over on Thursday. This next upcoming Thursday, October 2nd. October 2nd will be when Realm News will be basically be posting the round table episode, the full-length roundtable. He'll post that on October 2nd over on his YouTube, Amazon Music, Spotify, Good Pods, and all of that. That's where you can find the full-length roundtable, because I did jump in late because I thought he was going to start at 10 a.m. my time, but he started earlier than what I expected. And I just got done when I first started this stream. I just got done eating breakfast because I thought I had time to eat breakfast and then start the stream, or after I eat breakfast, I thought I had some time to rest and then start the stream because 10 o'clock a.m. But because that never happened, it never worked out. But I'm happy I was able to regardless stream this for you guys. It honestly means the world to me. So, yeah, like, please support my good friend Realm News. Like he said, he puts a lot of hours into research and into this podcast. And we all understand that life is hard right now and everything is expensive and everything is hard right now. But if you have the money and if you can do it and you have the budget, please donate to Realm News over at Patreon, and maybe become a Patreon member, because, well, if he gets enough money and if he gets enough money and earns enough money, then he can basically in the future quit his job and put his full time into the podcast. And if he can put his full time into the podcast, and that means that he can buy better gear, he can buy a better apartment, a better house, he can get a better microphone, a better headset, a better PC to then do research on, and so on and so forth, etc., etc. So that's why I would really appreciate if you guys could, if you have the budget and if you have the money, please donate to him. Please subscribe and become a Patreon member, a copper tier Patreon, because basically that would mean the world to me. If you don't know what that is, I'm going to go to Patreon right now, live on chat, so that you guys can basically see me on Realm News' official Patreon. So here we are with Realm News' Patreon. Here we are on his Patreon page right here. Please make sure you go and support him right here, because you can see up here he has 9 members, and you can become a member just for $6. If you have like $7, each month saved up, then please become a copper tier, because that's a copper tier right here. And you can see you get all of this content for completely for the same price. So basically, for this price here, you get basically all of this, and you have to renew it every single month like any other subscription. But you get a lot of things just for $6.67 a month. With tax, of course, with taxes, that's $7 a month. So $7 a month is not that expensive, in my opinion. In my opinion, that's not expensive. But of course, so 7 times 12. So let me grab a calculator out. So what's 7 times 12? That can't be right. So if we have $7 and we want to basically, would that be plus then? Plus 12. So I guess that'd be $19 or so. $19 each and every single year you want to become a Patreon for Realm News. And if you can, that would mean so very much if you can become a member to him, because, well, basically, if you become a member, then this means that you get a lot of content. Like, you get basically the episodes right after he's done making it, so you don't have to wait on because his schedule on releases is every podcast releases on Tuesdays. And so Tuesday's podcasts are basically Minecraft Realm News, and basically his Minecraft Realm News and all of that. And here's his YouTube channel, if you guys are curious. Here is his YouTube channel. If you guys are curious, here's his YouTube channel. So on Tuesdays, he releases these type of episodes, but that I'm hovering over right now. But then on Thursdays, he releases this. So hopefully that makes sense. But yeah, please make sure you support him any way you can. If you want he right now I don't think he has super chat because he's not in the YouTube partner program, and you need to be in the YouTube partner program. So please make sure you do subscribe to him, and please help him get into the YouTube partner program, because that means that he can make better episodes with, like I said before, more money he has, better podcasts he can do. And hopefully in the future he can get really cool and really special guests on, because he's getting a lot more recognized and he's basically getting more money, means his podcast is going to sound better and better. And if he can get his own house or something, then that means that he can have his own space to record the podcast. And if he has his own space to record the podcast, that means that it just will be better in general. So this is my real self-promotion for Realm News, to get you guys to please go and check out his Patreon. I'll have it down below in the description, so make sure you check the description, please. Very please, make sure you check the description, because after I end this stream, I will update the description for his YouTube channel and also for this Patreon page, because this is so very important to me. I would love it if you guys could just please support him here. This is the best way right here to support him, is to become a Patreon member. And I think you should add a perk to, if you become a Patreon member, then you should get a shout out at the very end of the live stream. I mean, sorry, not the live stream, I mean the Patreon, at the end of every single podcast. At the very end of the podcast, I think he should start, like, shouting out all of his Patreon members. Like, at the end, he should add a segment to thanking the Patreon members for their support, and their generous donations. That's what I think, but you could think otherwise, chat. But yeah, please make sure you support his Patreon because it means the world to me if you can, and I would love it so very much if you can support him and donate to him through Patreon. So yeah, he also has a Reddit. Let me go over to Reddit really quick. Because I am a official moderator over on his Reddit. So here's his Reddit page right here. Please make sure you support him. Please make sure you join the Reddit because you can actually be involved in making the podcast by just because every time because he posts his polls he posts polls all the time like this, and you can leave comments and he'll read comments and he'll shout you out with your comment and all of that. And basically that's how things work here is that with his podcast he'll shout you out, and he'll if he likes your comment and if he likes your idea and your basically your response to the poll, then basically he will like shout you out and reply to that in his own opinion, in his own words. So yeah, right now it's not all that active. You can tell it's mostly just him posting. I don't want that. I want this to become I want this Reddit to become the actual community and the actual space to where is active. I want this to be a active podcast. I want this to be a active community here on Reddit. On Reddit, I want this to be a community that's active, that's thriving, that's interacting with each other, replying to each other, interacting with each other. I would love that so very much. So please make sure you check out his Reddit, his YouTube channel, and also his Patreon. Please make sure you check out all three and make sure you support him on all three because that would mean the world to me and that would mean the world to me and him. So please make sure you support him. It means a lot to me if you could. So I know I'm talking a lot about this, but I'm trying to drill this in and I'm trying to get you guys to look at this and say, oh, hey, yeah, this all looks really cool and this all looks amazing and this all looks legendary. And I would love to get episodes right as they're made. Like, I would love to get them off the fresh oven, like when cookies are freshly made. Like, because Patreon gets the podcast first before anyone else. They also get cool stories. Like, they get really cool stories. Like, you see episode 1, crafting manifesto with round news, block breathing. You get, like, cool books or audio books that he, of course, makes himself with his, I think, brother or something. I forgot. But you get that all just for $7. So, yeah. But I just wanted to make this to like give you guys to support him because he's my best friend and he's super nice and respectful to me, and I want to give that back to him by hopefully getting people's eyes on his Reddit, his YouTube, and his Patreon. So yeah, and this is probably going to be the only time I actually promote it because I'm actually live, and apparently my live streams are getting way more views now. More and more I stream, more views they're getting. So yeah. But I'm going to end this live stream here. Please make sure you check out all three of them. Make sure you check out his Reddit, his YouTube channel, and also his Patreon. Of course, he's not really a YouTuber. He's mostly a podcast creator, but I think he just posts on YouTube because, well, so a lot more audience can see him and can support him. Because once he gets into the YouTube Partner Program, that's going to be when he'll get money by YouTube. And once he gets money by YouTube, then I think he will start saving up, and that's in the future will be when he gets a real extra good PC. He can get a real actual mic and all of that and can start making the podcast even better. So yeah, but that's just my rant and my ramble about this. Sorry, guys. I just really wanted to get you guys' attention on this and get your guys' attention on this because this honestly means the world to me, and I would really love it. You guys could just please check this out. So, because you get a lot, I think, with just $7 a month. I think $7 a month is a good bargain with what you get. And if you see explore more, you can see that you get like books here that are like an hour long. Of course, I have like Realm News was kind enough to give me privilege to basically listen to this for completely free, but you can see that 28th of September today, table Minecraft Live. I guess this is like where, yeah, this is the thing that's locked. And I think now you can listen to this right now on the podcast. You listen to this. You can listen to the Realm News Around table that we just did, that we just got done listening to not too long ago. You can listen to the full thing without me talking and without any interruptions. You can watch this right now. So, yeah, but basically, you have to become a Patreon though to get all of these. And you can see you get a lot of cool things. You also get images and stuff like that. So, yeah, but I just thought I would shout this out because I want to help and support him, and I wanted to give back to him, and this is how I am giving back to him is by doing this. So, by shouting out everything. So, yeah, but this is basically where I'm going to end it for today because I'm kind of getting tired and I just want a break. So, make sure you follow all of these. He has a Twitter as well, and I will make sure to leave a link to his Twitter. So, yeah. Wait, who's that? Oh, okay. So yeah, but that's it. And I hope you guys enjoyed the stream. The stream was supposed to be only to react live, and all that to the round table of the Deep Dark Lord. So yeah, but I hope you guys enjoyed this stream. I do a stream later today or something where I check out a cool realm I got invited to. So that's a little hint. I might record a video or a live stream on soon, later today or maybe next weekend. Who really knows at this point? But yeah, I might live stream next weekend where I go on this realm that I got access to by another really good friend of mine. But yeah, but that is it. And I hope you guys had. I know this is kind of a shorter live stream because I know that my two other ones are like 2 hours long, but that's only because I was playing Minecraft and the other one was because of Minecraft Live, and it was in the end it really took up a lot of time and a lot of discussion and a lot of talks. So yeah, but that's why that one was longer than this one. This one was made to be short because it was supposed to just be me reacting live to the round table because I love my friends that were a part of the round table. We were all friends there, and I just wanted to show my support. I just wanted to react to it live because I always love these round tables. These round tables are just always so cool and always so interesting to me. So that's why I do it because I just think they're so interesting and so cool. And I like seeing everyone's reaction live. So yeah, make sure you leave a like if you enjoyed it. Make sure if you're brand new to the channel, make sure you do subscribe to me and also to Realm News, but mostly to make sure you mostly subscribe to Realm News, because I would really appreciate it, and I would really appreciate it so very much. So yeah, but that's it, and I'll see you guys in my next live stream or my next video, whichever one comes first, I guess. But that is Rainbow Gamer, and I'll see you guys in the next video. The Deep Dark Lord signing out.